How's everyone doing? Hope you're alright. It's Cody back again. Right, guys, over the past few weeks, someone keeps messaging me and commenting, asking me to do opinions on paedophile hunters, right? About what they do. Apparently, from what this subscriber of mine said, it's going to be illegal for these paedophile hunters. If they carry on doing what they're doing, they could be arrested and stuff like that and face criminal charges. What a load of shit. We're living in a society, right, guys, where the police are a non-entity, right? There's no visual deterrent of the police. They're never about. Where you used to see bobbies on the beat, right? They're now getting about in police cars and stuff. And even then, the police are useless, right? And like I say, so because of these paedophile hunters have seen a gap and thought, you know what? Not enough's being done to protect kids, right? And all they do, they go on apps like Badoo, Plenty of Fish, and various other social media dating apps and stuff. And obviously, they know that these paedophile hunter groups know that these nonces are obviously scouring for young girls. We're in a society now where kids, where I was a kid and I used to go river jumping and stuff like that, and I used to fuck off for days in the woods and messing about. Kids these days they don't go out, they don't play out, they don't socialise, they just sit there on social media and these fucking apps and stuff. And like I say, there's ways round. Oh, you've got to be 18 to join, but you press in a box and then bam, you pass that. You've got to be more aware and switched on about what's going on the streets and stuff. So yeah, I think these paedophile hunters, I think they do a great job. If it's going to be made illegal, which I'm not too, I keep up to date with current affairs, but I've not seen this news or this legislation. So if that is the case, then that's a fucking sad state of affairs. I'm quite embarrassed to say this bit that I'm going to say now, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right, when I was about 11 or 12, a guy that lived local to my mum and my dad, I ran away from home and stuff, and I had a mad childhood and stuff. I ran away from home, and I was sleeping on a bus stop, and this guy was like, "Look, mate, it was freezing," and he just said, "Look, come back to mine." He took me back to his, got me pissed, sexually abused me. Right. I spoke about it in the documentary I was in. Years later, said after I left the army stuff and I was homeless, eventually when I got up on my feet and stuff, I turned up at his door with a big fucking butcher knife ready to gut him like a fish. And I said it on the documentary. I knocked on the door and he'd actually moved, and I was gutted. Yeah, like I say, that's quite embarrassing for me to say. I don't know you guys, so that's why I'm putting it out there. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking about that. Right, so yeah, I think these guys do a great job. It's very time consuming doing what they're doing. They've got to set up decoys and stuff, and even their decoys have got decoys and stuff like that. And it's obviously a time consuming thing. They don't do it over a course of messages, like a few messages in a couple of minutes and it's done. They've got to set up the profiles. They've got to message different people and different guys of different ages and different areas and stuff. And then they might try 1,000 people and just get one paedophile. And fuck me, is it worth it, guys? Right? Like I say, we live in a society now where kids, where I was a kid and I used to fuck off playing, jumping over rivers and stuff. Kids don't do that now, do they? They just sit playing on a fucking phone and blah, 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 blah. And Facebook, they've got Facebook and stuff, and they're adding this person and that person. And the fact is they don't know who they're adding, right? And parents are busy living their own lives and working and or being full-time mums and stuff. They might have they might have 3 or 4 kids and stuff, and they're not able to put the time and effort and the security into the kids to focus on the social media activities and stuff like that. What parents should be doing is, in my eyes, would be, if you're going to put your kid onto social media, I don't think anyone under the age of 16 should be on social media. That's just me personally. That's not me being a grouch or anything. It's just security is first, isn't it? I don't have kids myself. I don't have everyone, all my mates got missus and kids and everything. I don't have none myself. But yeah, you read the news and stuff, and these nonces, right, are getting off with soft sentences and stuff, and it really fucking pisses me off, right? You've got people going to prison, right, for like a mate of mine was importing cigarettes, yeah, big millions and millions of pounds worth, right, only cigarettes, importing them into the country, right, didn't pay tax, right, got 9 years. Nonces are getting a third of that, right, for noncing kids off, mate, right. When these nonces, right, when these hunted groups and these paedophile hunters, right, are turning up and intercepting, like when these guys and these dirty, seedy guys are weird, they all look fucking weird, right. These fucking pedos and nonces that turn up, they all look weird and fucking like just like mental health issues, or just like really backwards or something. They're proper weird fucking people, and they're turning up with the intention of meeting underage kids, whether it's boys or girls, right. What you've got to think of, imagine if it wasn't the pedophiles, right, pedophile hunters, and it was actually these kids that are turning up, right. It's scary to think, right, that's somebody's kid, right, and they could be fucking sexually abused, they could be sexually assaulted, they could be fucking taken, raped, murdered and killed. And that's not scaremongering, that's just a fact. It's life. Look at little April Jones, God bless her, yeah, Mark Bridger, fucking nonced her off and everything, raped her and all this stuff that was reported in the media. God bless her, may she rest in peace, right? And then, like, got rid of the body, and there was bone fragments in his fireplace of the little girl. Like I say, that's a little 5 year. I think she was 5 years old, right? God bless her, may she rest in peace. It's disgusting, and he should be chemically castrated and stuff like that. And do you know what they should do? They should put these nonces in general population, right, with everybody else, right, because they wouldn't last 2 fucking minutes, guys. Prisoners would rip them limb from limb, right? There's no honour amongst thieves, right, in prison, but nonces, right, rapists, child murderers, child sex offenders, rapists, nonces, all that stuff, yeah, is fucking vile, mate. And people in prison, right, spit like are fucking angry and would love to get their hands on them, but like I say, they kept completely separate. And you know what, some of them, right, we used to be in, like, the screws used to tell us, right, that they used to hear nonces talking amongst themselves, right, about the crimes and stuff like that. Some of them brag about it, stuff like that. It's fucking vile, mate, right. But like I say, with fewer police on the streets, right, it's down to groups like the hunted and things like that, these paedophile hunter groups, to go out there and do what they're doing. Like I say, they should be paid, right? In my eyes, the government should finance these groups. They should be paid. They should be rewarded, because they don't do it to be rewarded, though. They do it to help people's kids. That could be your kids. It could be your sisters, your families, your friends, anyone's kids, right? And these people are actively going out and taking their own time, their own petrol, right, to travel, right, to trap these people, and the messages and stuff like that. When people are listening, imagine reading messages from a nonce, right, and the sick, depraved things they're telling they want to do to that person. Obviously, it's not a person; it's a decoy and stuff, and it's the hunters, it's the paedophile hunters that are behind it. But imagine reading their messages, right? It's going to make you sick to your stomach, innit? And when these paedophile groups, I've seen many videos on YouTube and stuff like that, and also on TV as well. When they approach these groups and stuff, some of them, you can hear the anger in the voice and stuff. And like the certain groups, I've seen groups from the northeast, and I've seen groups from like down south, right? And they turn up, right? And you can hear it in the voice, right? They record them to embarrass them and to name them, shame them, and publicly shame them and stuff like that. And you could hear the anger in their voice. They want to attack these people, but they don't. Like, I've seen it where people have physically restrained them and stuff like that. There was a guy that went to like Chessington World of Adventures or something and was caught in the car park and everything. I think that was the hunted. The group of paedophile hunters. I think it was them that nailed this guy, and he was going to meet kids and stuff. His missus was in denial, saying no. Paedophiles are everywhere, guys, right? They've obviously, from like the times of Jimmy Savile, mate, he's rotting in hell anyway, scruffy horrible cunt, right? Cecil Smith, who was from Rochdale, the Asian grooming gangs in Rochdale, which is not far from where I live. You've got the grooming scandal over in, I think, is it Rotherham as well? It's just fucking, they're everywhere, man. Opportunistic, fucking, like, dirty. What goes through these fucking people's minds, guys, right, to want to do these things to kids? It's not right. The kids, man. The kids, they're not fucking, they're under the age of legal responsibility. And we're not talking like where the borderline at age 15 and stuff. That's still illegal. But you're talking like 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old girls and kids and stuff, and these nonces and stuff are turning up with condoms and stuff in their bags and lube and stuff like that to fucking penetrate a young boy or a young girl. Like, what the fuck, mate? Like, it angers me to me core, mate. They're all fucking dirty cunts. And you know what angers me even more? The courts, guys, right? Seriously. Like I say, people in prison and stuff like that, right? But there's people in prison for like for grafting and bits of, like, for theft and other crimes and everything, fraud and stuff. They're getting big sentences, right? And these nonces are just getting off scot-free. Like, I read a story, right? There was a nonce, yeah, and he had like, I think, a few thousand like images of child sex abuse, and then like 90% of them were grade A, which I think is the highest grade from what I read in the media. Then there was some grade 2 or B grades or something, and he got a suspended sentence. Like, are you fucking shitting me, mate? Like, thousands of images of children being sexually abused, raped, and everything, videos, pictures, everything, and he walked, and he got off on a suspended sentence. It's like, oh my days, are you fucking laughing? Like, are you taking the piss, mate? Right? And then, like I say, I personally think that anyone that's caught with these sorts of images, right, they should be chemically castrated and just like fucking, they need like the brain's rechanneling or something, because they're sick individuals. Like, where do they get off and stuff? And like I say, when these people are turning up, the fact that they're turning up, the intent, they should be jailed for fucking years for that. In my eyes, that should be up there with rape and sex offending and everything else. They should be they should be jailed for years and years and years, and then they should be put on these in the media, sexual harm prevention orders and stuff like that, right? Where they shouldn't be allowed on any sort of online, like, they shouldn't be allowed to use the internet, right? And the police should have like their fucking internet use and stuff like that, because like I say, but the thing is with these people, I think they're going to reoffend, because it's like, prison's not really a deterrent. Like I say, prisons, like I say, across the board, you have your good days and your bad days and stuff. But these nonces, right, they're living amongst themselves. So imagine like a paedophile ring. That's what I imagine it being like on the nonce wing and stuff like that. They're all talking about the crimes and stuff, and it probably turns them on and stuff in a weird, sick, twisted way. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in prison, right, the yard that we used to share, right, like I say, we was at Forest Bank, right, for those that know. You've got the main, and then you've got the top bit of the jail. The top bit of the jail consists of the induction wing, the VP wing up the top, you've got detox, and then you've got recovery, right? And when the nonces used to go onto the yard, you could tell who they were. Just looking out the window, if all the druggies and the recovering drug addicts were out there and alcoholics and stuff, you can tell. When the nonces go out, you could tell. Right? You could just by looking at them, you could tell. And he's like, oh, it used to make your skin crawl. And the abuse the lad used to give him out the window, you fucking nonce, I get you and all this. And the nonces used to shout back, mate, because they was protected, weren't they? It would have changed if you would have put all our general population from our wing on that yard. It soon would have fucking changed, let me tell you. But yeah, I think these paedophile groups, I think they do a great job. I think that the government should be paying these people. They're getting more convictions than the police. The police have got fewer police on the streets, right? Soaring crime rates, and these, like, I would love to know how many these fucking nonces get arrested by the police, right? And then fucking like they get out and then they reoffend. Some people that go, I reckon the ones that go to prison would reoffend, and the ones that get suspended sentence, how can you give someone a second chance if they've turned up with the intent to meet someone, and they've got thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking images on the fucking computers of these fucking kids being abused and videos and stuff. They should be fucked off, mate. Honest to God, it angers me. Right, guys, I'm going to tie it up here. just sorry, I've gone over and over and over and over. It's just like just thinking about it, right? I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think should happen to him? What are your guys' thoughts on these paedophile groups and stuff like that? Do you think the courts are too soft with these nonces, these bacons, these, as they're called in prison, vulnerable prisoners? Do you think that the courts deal with them harshly? Are they too soft? What do you think about these paedophile groups and stuff like that? I think they do a great job. It's all their own time. It's all their own money. And like I say, they're protecting kids across the country, and like I say, that they should be rewarded and stuff like that. And like I say, they're doing the police's job for them, and for that you've got to give them much respect and much love and stuff and respect, because like I say, they do a great job. We live in a society with amongst sexual predators, right, and nonces that are out there. And it, like I say, with fewer police on the streets, it's down to the common people, to people on the street that are actually setting up these groups, setting up these profiles, and snaring these fucking dirty fucking rapists, nonces, child fucking sex offenders, and people with bad intentions for kids. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.